What is up, YouTube fam? Welcome to episode 2 of the Road to Summer Shredding. I'm here at the Brick House Gym and I'll be watching one of my buddies compete in this powerlifting meet. It's been 2 years since he's competed, so I'm kind of curious how he does. He is really strong for that size, but as strong as he is, I'm pretty sure I still have bigger calves than him. So let's check it out.
Right now.
Tell me who you are, get in the car.
Right now.
Jared McIntyre right here, 240 kilograms on the bar. Bar is loaded for Jared McIntyre with 529 pounds. Don't like to burn the kilograms. That's 529 pounds for Jared. Here we go, Jared. Nice. Great work.
Easy work. Long time.
Ah, it felt easy. I don't know.
Yeah, no, like it's smooth.
I was debating on going to like 555 for my squat, but then like I did 535
Yeah, so it's like 20 pounds.
or 530. 530.
You got it.
My first attempt, what is it called? The unrack felt so heavy.
Yeah, I saw it. Like, you kind of, it was like,
It just didn't feel right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was shaky. I don't know
Yeah.
if I had the wrong bar placement.
Yeah.
And then second unrack felt amazing, and
Yeah.
then my third felt really good, and I was like, fuck, I should have done more.
Man.
But Curtis doesn't want me to do more. He wants me to just
save it.
PR every meet. Because the record is 550, so
Right.
I'd have to do 555.
Okay.
But then I was like, he was like, well, let's just be conservative. You hit a PR because my last meet I did 507.
Yeah.
So I did like almost 20 pounds. I did more than 20
More than
pounds.
20 pounds already.
Clear the way.
Start! Press! Up, rock!
255 and 73.8 kilograms body weight. Bar is loaded. Here we go. Nice. Jared. 3 whites. There you go. That's a big one.
Man, that was easy work.
Easy.
Like it's like,
How do you feel?
I feel good.
like so easy.
Everything felt pretty easy.
Yeah?
It just feels like another day.
Another day of work and it's
pretty
done.
much. I want to know what it's gonna feel like when I actually push myself as hard as I can. Like,
Wow.
I don't know.
This is nothing.
I think it's a matter of like knowing when to like push as hard as I can. So this meet's not that like super important. So
Yeah.
just hitting like new PRs, basically meet PRs.
Yeah. So definitely smashed the last time you were here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
But
a
the
lot.
nice thing was this is my first time hook gripping more than like 530 pounds.
Oh, damn, okay.
So that's like a big PR for me because with hook grip you just never know if you'll drop it or not.
Yeah.
So
All right, so just got done with the powerlifting meet. Man, like it's crazy to see people kind of like warm up with your PR, if that makes sense. It's kind of humbling, I would say, because it's like, man, you think you lift heavy until you go see a powerlifter lift. And when it comes to Jared, he pretty much smashed all his lifts, except the one which was, I think, his first bench press attempt. But other than that, killed everything else. So can't wait to see what he gets in the awards. I'm pretty sure he snagged up every single one, pretty much the heaviest lifter out there, or lifted the heaviest out there. Also too, being at this meet, it kind of like, it always kind of triggers me to think like, should I do powerlifting? Should I not? It is very technical. So if I were to kind of pursue that, like as maybe make it one of my bucket lists later down the road, I have to kind of retrain all those movements because it's very technical. But we'll see. But as for right now, we're just gonna focus on bodybuilding, physique show, road to summer shredding, you know. So yeah, we're gonna go quickly get a bite to eat. I'm gonna keep it light. I don't know if I'm gonna get a salad with a little bit of chicken and keep it low carb because I do have a dinner later on. We'll continue this on the next clip. I don't know if this is gonna be the end of the clip for the day. Either or, see you in the next clip. Alright, so this is the final product we got here. We have 60 grams of oats. I did add a handful of blueberries as well as 1 tablespoon of Kraft peanut butter. Right here we did add in also a bunch of cinnamon. And then my secret ingredient, I like to call this, I believe, flavoring. So this is their caramel sundae flavor. The macros on this is actually really good. So 1 scoop is only 7, you can see there, 7 calories, 2 grams of carbs, 0 fat, 0 protein. But this is something you could really add to spice up your either oatmeal, pancakes, pretty much anything that you're baking with an extra flavoring, make it a little bit more dessert-like. And another thing I like to add, which I don't have right now, is Greek yogurt. That kind of, like I said, makes it a little bit more dessert-like. It also makes it a little bit more filling. That way it could last. I don't get as hungry throughout the day. I would say this right here is, throughout all my preps, I've never changed this first meal of the day. I don't know, it's one of those things that's just a staple and it's just worked for me for a long time right now. So it's one of those things where it's like, if it ain't broken, why fix it, right? So I usually keep this consistent throughout my whole prep. But yeah, this is usually my meal number 1, and that is breakfast. What's good? What is going on, guys? We are now headed to this new gym in our local city. So this is what was it called? Westside Iron? Westside Iron. Yeah. It just opened up, right?
Yeah, Westside Iron.
Okay, yeah, so we're heading to Westside Iron. Apparently it's a small gym from what I heard of. Sometimes it's kind of good to change up the environment, kind of mix things up when it comes to your training. Normally, you've seen in the last video I go to Shape, so now we're gonna switch it up to this new gym. I'm gonna be working out legs again, since I work out legs twice a week, but today will be a more of a volume day. But yeah, can't wait to see this place out. Gonna work out with the dudes over here. Got Gary, DJ, Popeye's gang.
Gang. Let's go. Like me, I can appreciate that.
Right.
It's gonna be a good back day for me.
I do say a lot.
That's something I try not to say. Back to the west side. Oh, this is a nice bike entrance, dude. Right? This is a great background. Really nice too, y'all.
All right, so we're here at Westside Iron. I'm actually in the basement. Got Gary back there. And apparently this place has 2 floors. We're in the basement right now since I'm training legs. So they actually have a whole leg workout setup down here. So I'm gonna be spending the majority of my time down here. DJ's kind of went up there. He's training back right now. So, and as well, down here, we got the supplement stack that I'm gonna be taking today. We've got the pre-Ghost. I actually found this in one of my cupboards. Do have a little bit of the Max Tuning Sour Pink Lemonade left. And then for my intra, I go with EAAs. Right now I'm using the Believe Lemon Lime. And then this guy I've recently added into my repertoire is a Nootropic. So this is Neuro SF. So it gives you a little bit of pump as well. You got the citrulline in there, but mostly the nootropics, like the, where is it here? The lion's mane. So that's the main nootropic formula. So gonna mix these concoctions together and we're gonna kill this leg workout. All right, so we're here at the upstairs of the gym. So as you can see, there's a lot more upper body machines here. There's some legs as well, but honestly, the setup is pretty dope. What y'all think of the gym so far?
Amazing. It's sick. The layouts pretty dope. I like the downstairs for just the legs. It's kind of segregated, so it's kind of nice. You can get in the zone.
Yeah.
Up here is nice and bright too. The lighting's great. The backgrounds are great.
Yeah, dope gym
Different
for your
content.
photo shoots. This is the place.
Yeah, this
This is a pretty dope spot. Yeah, check this out. So we didn't plan this, but we're all wearing white and black.
How did this happen?
Right? Also, quickly, check out this dope Strong Culture Athletic shorts. So these are brand new shorts that are dropping really soon. So if you haven't been following the IG page already, please do so since you'll get updated on when these are launching. But yeah, look at that. Got the Raise logo over here. Lightweight, breathable, perfect for them squat days. But anyways, gonna continue this workout. So catch y'all in a bit.
Yeah, I'm just vibing. Hey, coolin', sippin' on Kool-Aid, ain't tryna hurt nobody. Yeah, some folks out here really looking like Vivo Light. Pride swelling up their head, bigger than they whole body.
Alright, so here's a little quick physique update I decided to throw in. So early on in this video, you kind of saw me weigh in at around 158. Here, which was taken a few days later, I actually weighed in the high 154s. So it is quite a big of a jump since the beginning of the week, but I kind of see that as just my body adjusting to the small changes I had with my nutrition. So it's just my body kind of fluctuating up and down a little bit. I do expect it to taper off and increase by a tad and then kind of just stay at maintained level for a good period until I start making adjustments. Now that said, if I do see it continuing to go down, I will start increasing my carbs just so I'm not losing too quick. But other than that, I feel like a lot of it's coming from my face and it's just mostly water weight that's kind of fluctuating. But yeah, that's a little quick physique update for y'all. Alright, so we are here at Walmart, aka Wally World. So we are gonna pick up a few things to add into my nutrition. Now I didn't really touch on my nutrition plan in the last video, so normally I kind of just do macros. Right now I do have my protein set at 170 to 180 grams of protein. I like to keep it in that range. My fats will be around the 50 to 55 grams range, and then my carbohydrates will be 250. So normally when I start each prep, that is kind of like my starting point, and then as we get deeper,
That's what she said.
the carbs tend to dip a little bit, as well as the fats. Now with fats, I tell myself I'm never going to be going below 40 grams of fat, because at the end of the day, when it comes to just your body functioning properly, you do need your fats in. And I feel like for myself, 40 grams of fat is kind of like the cutoff. With carbs, I try to keep that as high as I can and kind of utilize cardio as my main source of creating that caloric deficit. But as of recently, now that we're starting summer shredding, I am having a little bit of a hard time hitting that 250 grams of carbs. For some reason, my appetite isn't there. I'm thinking about bagels or even like wraps to kind of like fill in those gaps. And then we're also adding yogurt to our kind of like oatmeal in the morning, so I like to have that as an extra source of protein. But yeah, eventually I will be doing a full grocery haul on one of my future vids, so hopefully I get to start filming that either next week or the following week after that. And then yeah, that's something to kind of look forward to. We'll keep it at that. I'll grab the items really quick and then we'll head back in a bit. Okay, so we are back with the items. As you saw in the previous clips, we grabbed a few carbohydrate sources and protein. But now we're gonna address the title of this video, and the topic, which is my mindset when it comes to competition prep. So even just starting back to my fitness journey, it was one of those things where I really hated the concept of competing. It was just kind of like my way of thinking of it. It was just I never understood it to what it is, if that makes sense. Because to me, it didn't make sense to kind of like diet down to like unhealthy levels of like body fat. You kind of feel like crap most of the time, and you have to like endure like X amount of weeks of prep only to be on stage for what, like 15 seconds. So that was one of those things that kind of held me back a little bit. And I guess I never understood it. And then it wasn't until I've kind of like, I've been inspired by other fitness YouTubers like CG, which is like the big one. And then you got now, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on his name. Chris Bumstead, Brandon Harding, all those guys. It never dawned on me to like ever pull the trigger. Now, as I progressed through my fitness journey, I did run into a few people that kind of like inspired me to just do it. And one thing that kind of helped me through it was when it came to competing was not looking at it as, oh, I have to win first place, or I have to hit top 5, or I have to like, nothing to do with like actually getting an award or getting recognition from it. For me, it was kind of like setting goals outside of that and kind of like challenging myself in other ways to not have to always compare myself to other people, and try to find a different route and try to find a way to enjoy it. Because when I've watched people compete and kind of get out of it, they always hit that post-show slump, and it always dawned on me why. And everybody has their own reasons, but from what I've observed, it's the whole expectations type of thing. You hit your high point leading up to show day, and then after show day, didn't know where else to go after that. So for myself, in order to kind of combat that, I kind of just set side goals for myself. For example, with my first prep, I made it a challenge to try to diet down to like a show day level without trying to like starve myself throughout the rest of the way. So I guess my main objective is to kind of like hit that low body fat, but while trying to keep my food high, and try to like I guess feel the least shittiest as possible, if that makes sense, and kind of like utilize the whole flexible dieting. You don't have to stick with chicken, veggies, rice every single meal. You don't have to be in the single digit carbohydrate range, if that makes sense, or even the low double digits. Now I know as you get to higher levels, say if you want to become a pro or become Mr. Olympia, things like that, you might have to get down to that range. It's kind of like you start nitpicking at that point in order to reach that goal. But for the everyday person that kind of does these shows, I kind of want to change that mindset about it, if that makes sense. So rather than focusing on, like the placings, just focus on the process leading up to it, and kind of like realizing that the real W in doing these shows is knowing that the version that you present yourself to the judges, or even to the crowd and to the people that are watching, is better than what you started with. I see it more of a self-development process when it comes to at least myself. But yeah, that's kind of like my whole mindset around it. For those that have seen the process of me competing and the prep that I do through like my Instagram, for example, you'll probably notice I'll never get into like a bad mood. There'll be days where like it does hit you, the stress does hit you every now and then, but again, for me, it's just remembering the why of why I'm doing these type of things. It's like, for me, it's just a challenge. For me, it's a way to kind of just improve in different aspects, because the real cool thing about fitness is that what I've kind of like wanted to grasp and embrace is just that whatever you go through when it comes to like fitness, whether you're trying to like push, like when it comes to the concepts of like pushing yourself, setting small goals and kind of achieving them, whether it's through the gym or whether it's through like what I'm doing right now, it translates to everyday life, because it's like knowing that I was able to do something that not everybody is even capable of doing, that kind of triggers me to say, it's like, if I could do this, why can't I do other things? You know what I mean? Like, why can't I accomplish greater things if I set my mind to it? So that's kind of how I kind of view my mindset when it comes to competing. Like, I always have a good reason why, if that makes sense, rather than just having my focus on placing first or placing overall. That being said, I do have a competitive side, so at different points it does kick in, but I just, again, remember your why when you decide to compete. That's really the most important thing. Well, yeah, that's pretty much my little spiel when it comes to that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're gonna wrap it up right here. Again, I'll be uploading every Monday at 10 a.m. That's kind of the goal I have set for myself when it comes to these vlogs. But yeah, hopefully you liked the video, you've subscribed, and I'll catch you all in the next episode.